assault.
Your granny's got it.
What?
Arrest
I'm not
this
doing anything.
man.
So let it show up. I'm not
Talks
doing anything.
to
Can't even look at the live stream.
He's a
I'm not
child
doing shit.
predator. And
Matter of fact, you can matter of fact, why don't you ask anybody? Ask CIA, ask anybody.
Why are you taking that to me?
I'm not. I'm tired of these fucking
You're
people.
taking it that to me, you're taking it that
Arrest the goblin. He sends dick pics to 15-year-old girls. Masshole exposed.
Come on by, Cyraxx.
For
Come on by. Come on.
This is what you get.
Why?
This is what you get.
Why would you leave me alone? Why?
This is what you get when you talk to kids. Akron police. We've given all we can. It's up to you. We've given all we can. He's gonna rape someone again. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get when you talk to kids. He's a third generation predator. Chances he's a third generation predator. Chances Chance Wilkins is a child predator, a child predator. Hey, Chance Wilkins is a dumb pedophile. Chance is a pedophile. Wow, what a intro. I would like to say before we get into it today that that took me maybe like 15 minutes to write. Eat that, Cyraxx, because you can't make music without using AI, because you're stupid. So obviously the background videos changed up a little bit, and that's because I decided to start using some of my my fingerboarding clips from my main channel, the Fingerboard Dude. So if you like what you see on screen, go ahead, go check that out, maybe drop a sub. There also may be some videos of me skateboarding throughout here, so you might get to see a rare glimpse of the fingerboard dude when he's out in the wild, you know. Unlike Cyraxx, because Cyraxx doesn't leave the attic. So eat that, Cyraxx, you stupid little goblin. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Cyraxx's inability to leave his grandmother's attic, or the fact that he has bed bugs, or the fact that he talks to minors. Today, we're going to be talking about how shit Cyraxx is at making music. And that's because Cyraxx likes to claim that he's, like, the voice of a generation. Now, I think that shit that I cooked up in, like, 15 minutes is way better than anything Cyraxx has ever written in life, and that's a parody song. But that is besides the point. The point is that Cyraxx is not at all good at writing music, if you can even consider what he does music, because it's more or less him just screaming over like an Evanescence song, or maybe he's like using AI to make, you know, a mix between rap, country, or some other fucking genre that it doesn't work out well. It sounds like shit. It sounds like AI. You can tell he uses AI in it. He's just overall not a singer-songwriter, and he's definitely no Wance Chilkins, let me tell you. Drift Racing Scene by Wance Chilkins is the absolute greatest fucking banger I've ever heard. Go check out Wance Chilkins, you know, he's got some great music, and he's definitely the guy that Cyraxx wants to be. With that being said, we're gonna get into, I guess, the first look at some of Cyraxx's absolutely shit music, and we're gonna be looking at his cover of the Disturbed cover of Simon and Garfunkel's Sound of Silence. Prepare your ears. I'm also probably gonna chop this one up a little bit. Probably a lot, actually, just so we don't have to listen to the full thing, because it's absolutely egregious.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. How come to talk with you again? Because of vision softly creeping, lifted since when I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs. On my words, like silent raindrops fell, and echo in the wells of silence. To the neon god they made, the sign passed out of his warning. The sound of silence.
Now that we have heard a sample of what it's like in the singing career of Chance Wilkins here, I think it's safe to assume that he is never going to get signed to a record label. A, because of his predatory behavior. B, he fucking sucks. Dude can't even hold pitch for more than like 3 seconds. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of points, especially in that end part, to where he just gives up mid-note, and then he decides to go down a couple pitches so that it can be easier for him to hold out the note because of his one lung, or at least the one lung he claims to have. And like, I'm not trying to hold the moral high ground in terms of singing here, because I'm not a great singer either. I probably suck ass. But like, come on, dude, at least I could hold pitch. Now, the next song of his that we're going to be covering is Lost Innocence. And if you know anything about the Cyraxx lore, you definitely probably know about Lost Innocence at least, because this is one of his biggest cases of plagiary that really is kind of offensive to see. To give a little kind of sum up of what this song is, it is actually a poem that was written by, I believe, a teenage girl about how her mother used to pimp her out to people. And she shortly, how do I put this for YouTube TOS, ended themselves after writing the poem. So you already know when he saw this, he was thinking, damn, this is some good shit. I could probably use this to make a song. And instead of taking inspiration from it, which God help you if you would take inspiration from this, he just straight up ripped it. Now, I'm only going to play about a minute of this one because, again, the subject matter, it's very heavy. It's just right in your face, and, it hits you hard. And since I couldn't find a version of him doing this live or like a recording to where you can see his face while he's singing a song, I'm just going to play a video of the goblin dancing, doing his little mating ritual. So, enjoy.
Shut your mouth and listen to what I have to say. I'm going to take you back to that one specific day. I was lying in the bed alone while listening to you and him talk on the phone. You said, well, if they have the money, I don't see why not. She'll be ready by 9 o'clock. You came in and said it's time to get up. Shower and will make you pretty with makeup. In a pretty white dress and hair done to match. You told me I'm a breathtaking catch. I sat on the couch waiting with you, but what was in store for me I had no clue. They came in, 3 men, I will never forget the sight of them. They tossed you a wad of money while grabbing me by the...
Again, the poem that the girl wrote is very on the nose. And Chance just directly ripped it off whatever website he found it on and decided, you know what, I'm going to use this to make a song, which I think is absolutely unacceptable. Like, you can clearly tell just from the words that are in the poem that it was not a very fun experience for this girl, that she was traumatized by this. And for Chance to just sit there, rip this poem, and just be like, yeah, this is my music, I made this, is absolutely fucking insane. Like, I could not even imagine. And, like, the thing is, he doesn't even, he doesn't give credit for the poem. He doesn't say that it's made by someone else. He claims that he wrote this all by himself, no AI, that he is the sole producer of that song. And that is actual fucking bullshit. Like, I don't find it funny that Lil Rax man there decided to, rip a poem of a girl's very traumatic experience. That's some stupid fucking shit. It's absolutely heinous is what it is. Now this next one is Cyraxx singing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. And it sounds like Cyraxx, he's doing his song covers. And we haven't even gotten into the guitar covers yet. Like, I think the guitar covers are going to be an entirely separate video because he absolutely sucks at fucking guitar too. But he likes to do these streams to where he'll play his guitar, he'll sing his karaoke and such. And it always just sounds horrible no matter what he does, because he just sucks.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a big mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
Now, holy fucking shit, was that horrible. I'm sorry, but I have heard Dying Cats in an Alleyway sound better than Cyraxx's cover of a Backstreet Boys song. Like, you heard his pitch. It was so off. He couldn't even do the I want it that way correctly. Like, he claims to be this world-renowned music singer. He claims to be this voice of the generation. But if the voice of the generation sounds like two coyotes getting in a fight over the little bit of scraps they can pull off of an animal carcass, then I see a very dark future for music as a whole. Now, this next one is going to be one of his piano songs. I think it's called, Wandering Through Time or some shit like that. The way I would describe it is if you gave a schizophrenic man who genuinely believed that he was Mozart a piano. And since there is no video of him schizophrenically playing the piano, I'm just going to put up a video of him dancing because it fits the vibe. Now, as you can tell, that was some pretty schizophrenic playing there. I don't know if you heard what I did, but it sounded like he was just pressing the same keys over and over again and was trying to accentuate his point with it. Like, you can't claim to be a musical genius when this is the type of shit you're putting out. Like, no record label is going to actually think that that is good, because they can tell that you are just randomly pressing keys, and you will most likely not even be able to recreate that same exact fucking song again. Because you were just randomly pressing fucking keys, not even trying, and didn't make any effort to write down sheet music to remember the fucking song. Now, if he was a world-famous, world-touring artist, and they asked him to play that specific song, he wouldn't even be able to play it, because I'm 90% sure he didn't memorize what keys he hit. He was just hitting fucking keys and was like, yeah, this shit sounds good. This is some of the best shit I've ever done on this piano right here. When, again, you can clearly tell he's just pressing the same keys over and over again, occasionally switching where he moves his hand to, or like switching which finger he's using, and it's not at all the way to do things. Like, some of the best bands that I've listened to, like Radiohead, for example, their song Nude, which is on In Rainbows, it's a song that took them 10 years to write. They had been writing it since OK Computer, and it changed so much throughout time that it is now an entirely different song from what it originally was going to be. And thanks to them taking so much time and putting so much effort into that song, it is a beautiful piece of music about the way to failure. I'm going to stop myself there before I go on a completely unrelated side tangent about this song, because it's one of my favorite Radiohead songs that I've ever listened to, and quite personally, In Rainbows was a great fucking album. I think what they did with that was pretty creative, but that's besides the point. Chance Wilkins hasn't had a single spur of creativity in his brain at all. Like, you can call schizophrenically playing the piano creative, but I don't define that as creative. I call that schizophrenically playing the piano and expecting someone to say, wow, Chance, you're the best piano man ever, you know? You should come play down at the local bar, when really, if the people at the local bar heard him, they'd kick him out and probably beat him up for it. Alright, so now we're going to look at another one of his original pieces that I can tell 100% he used AI on this, because there's like no way Cyraxx actually composed something this complicated. Like, he's a little goblin, man. He can't do anything right.
That's what you fucking think.
So yeah, we're going to let this one play out. It has an absolutely shitty vocal track. And again, I'm only playing about a minute of these, so I guess here's your minute of shitty Cyraxx music.
Nothing I can see except an empty conscience of darkness looking back at me. Tendrils of black creep into my brain, make my eyes feel engrossed, reflecting the insane. But it's the world that is madness. This is madness we call living, suffering.
So yeah, you can tell the little goblin here, he put something in the AI. He probably typed a prompt that was like, give me a Linkin Park type beat, or some shit like that. And then he absolutely shits on the, I'd say at least half-baked beat with, his vocals. And, of course, trying to listen to them is pretty difficult because of the incantations he has in his voice. But, he doesn't have that great of a taste when it comes to him making his own beats, because he barely knows how to string a beat together in the first place. Like, I can't really speak on the subject, because, of course, I don't know how to mix beats myself, and I never would really try, because I feel like I'd be ass at it. But, it's Cyraxx. He thinks he's this world-famous musician, and he thinks that he's, the god of Akron, Ohio, so he's already full of delusion. Like, he thinks he's the Drift King. when he hasn't even touched a fucking car. He's the only way he's been in a car is when Sally's driving him to court or when Sally's driving him to the store to get him more coffee. Like, he's 34 years old and doesn't have a driver's license. And you know, I don't have a driver's license myself, but that's because I'm scared to drive. But Cyraxx refuses to get his license because he doesn't feel like he has to drive. And I also find it funny that he calls himself the Drift King of Akron, Ohio, when he doesn't even know his way around Akron. Like, this dude couldn't get home from the mall. He legitimately thought that he was going to die when he was probably at least, I'd say, 2 blocks away from his house, maybe. He described falling down a hill that wasn't even that steep as, like, tumbling down a fucking cliff on the Grand Canyon. Like, I guess it could be, because he's like 4 foot something, so he's a little goblin. So maybe for him, it's like the Grand Canyon, but for us, it's just like a patch of dirt. Anyways, I think my point is pretty clear with this video, that Cyraxx, the little goblin from Akron, Ohio, that thinks he's the shit, is definitely not the shit. And he's also proven that he's all bark and no bite.
Say,
Shut up,
or
bitch!
I will
Shut up,
turn
bitch!
you into the
Shut up,
authorities.
bitch!
Blackmail.
Shut up, bitch!
Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are?
But yeah, Cyraxx, he's absolutely shit when it comes to making music. He uses AI, and he cannot sing for the life of him. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, drop a like, leave a comment, and maybe drop a sub too. And if you're planning to troll Cyraxx, please don't. Do not touch the poo, because you will get some of the poo on you. But if you really want to piss the goblin off, go sub to William Gloryhole, go sub to N-Word Boy, go sub to Masshole Mafia. Hell, go sub to Wance Chilkins, because he hates when you subscribe to Wance Chilkins. And you should check out his song Drift Racing Scene. It's an absolute banger. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.